Working in the APA format is a critical part of academic writing in your discipline. It can feel daunting if you're not used to it, but for the most part, it's pretty manageable just by remembering a few rules and knowing where to look when you have questions. This short video is meant to serve as an overview of the APA format, as well as a review of in-text citations. So why do we use APA? The most important reason is so that there is some sort of standard on how to list and cite references in an academic paper. Think about it. If everyone was allowed to make up their own way of citing articles, it would take a lot longer to figure out what was going on, right? APA allows everyone to create a paper that looks and cites just like the others, making it much easier to locate those resources on your own. APA formatting, minus the citations, is pretty standard and is often already in place in your word processing software. These include things like a title page containing the author, title, and institutional affiliation. A student paper should also include the course number and name, instructor name, and assignment due date. All margins at 1 inch, double-spaced, numbered pages, will contain a reference list at the end of the paper as well as citations within the body of the paper itself. The citations in the text will correspond with the reference list at the end of the page. And depending on your instructor's preference, you may also be asked to include a running header at the top of the page. The most important thing to remember about APA formatting is that there are many places available for guidance. As comfortable as you might be with APA, there are always situations that might require looking up. Don't know how to cite a paper with 19 authors and no publication date? I'm not sure I do either, but you better believe I know where to look. We'll get to the reference list in the next video, but first, let's take a look at in-text citations. In-text citations are placed, wait for it, within the text of your paper, and serve as a note to the reader that more information about the source can be found in the reference list at the end of the paper. While a reference contains the complete bibliographic information of the resource, in-text citations typically just feature the author's names and year of publication. If the source is being quoted in your paper and you're using the author's exact words, a page number is also required to show where in the article you are quoting. They can be formatted in a few different ways, so you have options. If we look at the first example we just saw, there are a number of ways that can be presented in the body of a paper. Of course, this can be done with a quoted citation as well. The important thing to remember is to include the author's name, year of publication, and the page number if you are quoting their exact words. That's it for this short video. We'll be back in a few minutes to talk more about references and the reference list.